Well, welcome. It's great to have you with us again on this Easter journey that we are taking. And I hope you can continue joining us each day as we do this Easter journey together. My name is Andy and I'm the pastor at Community Church Longton. And today I want to talk about how Jesus, our Saviour, actually needs us. We look at Jesus and we see the all-powerful Son of God. The miracles that he performed were amazing. And we never think that Jesus would have a need. But Jesus needs you. Let's jump into the Bible and in Matthew chapter 26, 36 to 46. Then Jesus led his disciples onto an orchard called the Mount of Olives. And he told them, "Sit there while I go and pray nearby." He took Peter, James and John with him. However, an intense feeling of great sorrow plunged his soul into agony. And he said to them, "My heart is overwhelmed and crushed with grief. It feels like I'm dying. Stay here and keep watch with me." Then he walked a short distance away, overcome with grief. He threw himself face down on the ground and prayed, "Father, if there is any way you can deliver me from this suffering, please take it away from me. Yet what I want is not important. I only desire to fulfill your plan for me." Then an angel appeared and strengthened him. Later, he came back to his 3 disciples and found them sound asleep. He awakened Peter and said to him, "Could you not stay awake with me for 1 hour? Could you not keep alert and pray that you'd be spared from this time of testing? Your spirit is eager, but your humanity is weak." Then he left them for a second time to go and pray in solitude. He said to God, "My Father, if there's not a way that you can deliver me from this suffering, then your will must be done." He returned to his disciples and found them asleep, for they couldn't keep their eyes open. So he left them and went away and prayed. He prayed the same prayer for a 3rd time. Again, he returned to his disciples and he woke them saying, "Are you still sleeping? Are you still sleeping? Don't you know the hour has come for the Son of Man to be handed over to the authority of sinful men? Get up! Let's go, for the betrayer has arrived." See, Jesus took 3 disciples with him to the Garden of Gethsemane. Peter, James and John had been with him on the Mount of Transfiguration. And now Jesus needed them to stand with him in prayer. But while Jesus prayed, they slept. While Jesus sweat great drops of blood, they snored. While Jesus cried out in agony, the 3 men Jesus trusted were slumbering. Knowing that he was about to die this violent death of a criminal, he watched them sleeping. 3 times Jesus came to the disciples. 3 times they were sleeping. It's so easy, isn't it, to get outraged with Peter, James and John for their seeming careless action. Don't you understand, guys, what Jesus is going through? Yet, how often have you been caught giving in to the twilight, half-hearted behaviour when Jesus calls your name? Don't we all do it? We watch the television when we should be praying. We read novels and books when there are people to be loved. We snore while our culture all around us crumbles. Just as the Saviour needed Peter, James and John, so your Saviour needs you. He's entrusted you with the power of prayer. He has entrusted you with the Great Commission. He's entrusted you with the gospel. In this garden, Jesus prayed, "Not as I will, but as you will." Have you ever tried praying a prayer like that when your life is crumbling? Have you ever prayed, "Father, your will be done," when you faced cruel circumstances? If we learn nothing else from this event in the life of Jesus, we should learn to pray while others are sleeping and to desire the Father's will above all else. When Jesus finally arose the three from their slumber, they had a view in the moonlight of a mob coming up that western slope of the Mount of Olives. After the mob, led by Judas, had seized Jesus, Peter sort of stayed in the courtyard with the high priest. It was there that Peter denied Jesus 3 times. I wonder if Peter would have denied Jesus if he had prayed rather than slept. I wonder how different my life would be if I prayed rather than slept.